morning, happy Sunday, and welcome to our second bonus class in the 5-day Explore Meditation class. Today, I have no idea what we're going to do, but I'm so excited to find out. What I do know is we're going to give away another gift or two to lucky people who've been doing homework. So, show up and do the homework. Well, yeah, even if you catch up on the last 5 days of homework right now, you might win a lucky thing maybe tomorrow. So join in, and there's still time to watch all the videos and catch up. They're going to be up until Tuesday evening Pacific time. So they're going to be up for another 2.5 days. So watch the videos while they're up, and then they're taken down, and then we start an 8-day class. I've decided to do an early bird on the 8-day class, so if you, yay! So if you register for the, sorry, not the 8-day class, if you register for the 8-week class before Tuesday, the price is as it is, and that's the, hey, good morning, Adair, good morning, everyone. Oh my god, there's 5 people here, this is so exciting. If you register for the 8-week class by Tuesday, I will do everything in my best effort to make sure that the class time works for you personally. And I thought I'd close registrations then, but I decided to keep registrations open after that as well. But after Tuesday, the price will go up a tiny bit, and I'm not going to guarantee that the class times will 100% work for you, because if you register by Tuesday, I'll do a poll and there'll be a time for that, and then we can move on from there. So there we go. So if you're interested, register by Tuesday. Barbara can't get in. Let me take a look. I think she's in the group, so I'm not sure, in the Facebook group, so I'm not sure what else to do, but let me take a look at that. And yeah, I will set out the replay 100% otherwise. So how are you all doing this morning? What's going on for you? How has this meditation journey been, and how was the whole eclipse thing and the everything that's been going on, this moment of rest, this weekend that you've got? How are you doing today? How are you doing today? And I'm just checking to see if I can do anything to help Barbara get in. Oh, Barbara seems to be commenting. She got in. Great, fantastic. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So how are you doing? How are you all doing this morning? Or evening or afternoon? Where do you feel sensation in your body? And since we've been working with the breath quite a bit recently, what is the rhythm of your breath? What is the temperature of it? What is the pace of it? So that attuning to that pace, that rhythm, that temperature of the breath. I sense we'll do our giveaway at the end of this class. So deep breath in. I think we're going to do some color breathing. You did the gong meditation this morning. Fantastic. If you're watching the replay, I think that was on day 2, and it was quite cool. Color breathing. Imagine the color coral. You know, coral, like this beautiful interconnected being that lives in the sea. Coral, like the sunrise and the sunset. What did the comments say? Breathing better, learning to breathe better. Yeah, great. So imagine that color coral. And now imagine with every breath that you're breathing it into you. Just focus on the breathing it in part for now. If you're having trouble placing your finger on coral, the feeling of coral, the energy of coral, then think of the feelings of community, of interconnectedness. Think of the feelings of what it really feels like when you can let go into a net of support. What does it really feel like to know that there is this mesh, this web of life that is holding you? that and the color coral. So imagine breathing that into your being. A few more breaths. The feeling of coral. Now I'd like you to imagine the color blue. Blue like the sea, blue like the ocean, blue like the collective unconsciousness that coral lives within. And as you breathe, imagine breathing that through your legs, through your feet, through the lower half of your body. Almost as though you are standing, swimming in ocean water. So you have this color of the collective unconsciousness, this color of the ocean. Moving like seawater through the lower half of your body. The lower half of your body, swimming in the color of the ocean. The energy where dreams come from, where the connection to the divine feminine comes from. This energy of the collective unconscious. Just notice any sensations you might feel as we connect in with the breath to these colors, to these energies, to these images, these vibrational touch points. And if you like now, you might like to imagine gold light pouring down upon you from the sun. See if you can invite this light to pour down upon you from directly above wherever your head is. So we have the energy of gold raining upon us, the coral light that has been breathed in to your body, and the seas of the collective, that blue, that turquoise, moving around your legs, supporting. If you are a very visual person, you might have images come to mind. And just remember these images, because I may ask you to draw them out later. And if you're not a particularly visual person, then don't worry about the color. Feel into the feeling of it. Notice the sensations. And given the phase of the moons, that we've just crossed this beautiful full moon with an eclipse, I invite you to interweave some silver into that gold light that comes down, only if it happens effortlessly. The thing with imagining in this way is you don't need to put effort into it. As I say these words, if an image pops to mind, great, go with that. And if an image doesn't pop to mind, don't force it. Don't try. And if you ever feel like something's not how you want it to be, just return to the center of your heart. Place a hand over your heart, only when you feel like things are not quite how you want them to be. Place a hand over that heart, as though that hand is reminding your heart that all is well. That all is well. Notice any other colors that you might see. All energy can be depicted in color, just as all energy can be depicted in sound. And it's not too important to understand what it means, because all of that is story, information. Just observe. Notice what you see. Notice what you sense. As though you were a strange new creature that has just entered the ocean and is discovering, exploring all these exquisite images. Perhaps you see violets springing up from the earth. Perhaps you see waves of yellow gold running around. Perhaps you see that green of a Japanese temple Zen garden. And perhaps you feel your physical being relax a little bit more. So as your physical being relaxes a little bit more, just intend gently, with a loose grasp, just intend that every cell, every strand, every molecule, every atom, every particle absorbs, invites in all these energies of the rainbow light, all these energies that you have just felt. And the intention is such that what is positive is absorbed. What is positive is made available. It's like going to a spa. You can go to a spa, and if you're sitting there thinking about the 500 things you wish you'd done, or the 2 things that you forgot to do, or what you'll do tomorrow, you're not going to absorb any of the nice feeling juju that's there in a spa. But if you sit down in one of those chairs, pour yourself a cup of tea, close your eyes, and lay back, you open, you hold that invitation to be immersed and allow in those feelings of relaxation, those feelings of healing, those feelings of frequency and consciousness. So it is the same thing with your body. It is the same thing with inviting every cell, molecule, DNA, atom, particle, to sit back in that spa chair and allow for the possibility of a deeper, more colorful, multisensory, interdimensional awareness. Allow for the possibility of a multisensory, interdimensional, galactic, subatomic awareness. Soften into that spa chair. And allow I would play some sound from a bowl for you, but as it is not within arm's reach, just allow the sounds that you might imagine from a bowl to wash over you. Invite the frequency of a gong to reverberate in the space between particles, in the space between cells, in the space between molecules. And allow the sound of these words, to just come in, and touch anything that it needs to touch or that wants touching. Sarvamangalamangale Shive Sarvarthashadike Sharanye Trayambake Gauri Narayani Namostate. Om Sarvamangalamangale Shive Sarvarthashadike Sharanye Trayambake Gauri Narayani Namostate. Om Sarvamangalamangale Shive Sarvarthashadike Sharanye Trayambake Gauri Narayani Namostate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May you feel free, happy, and free from fear. May you feel free, happy, and free from fear. May all beings feel free, happy, and free from fear. time, taking great care not to undo anything you might have just undone. In your own time, over the next 30 to 60 seconds, just move your fingers, your joints, move the breath, move any sound, any micro movements that want expression. Awakening. Having journeyed into worlds of consciousness. Awakening. Like after a good night's sleep. Awakening, letting the body yawn if it wants, letting the body sigh, curl up, move if it wants. But awakening as though you've just been on a beautiful, magnificent deep sleep. So in your own time, opening those eyes, just moving a little bit, transitioning. And that transition's a really delicate phase. That transition's really this navigation. And it's a very important place to not rush. It's a very important place to allow unfolding, to allow the pace that it wants to be at to really be. Because there is a real magic to the pace that something wants to be at. There is a real magic to the timing. Even if you know where you are headed, even if you know that, hey, I want to open my eyes and be able to, move and think and things like that, even if you know the destination, there is a real magic to staying so present for the journey of awakening that you're actually okay if that destination occurs or not. Because then it can unfold in an even more beautiful way. It's always nice to take in a couple of deep breaths and make a sound. It sort of signals to the body-mind, the physicality, that there's integration taking place. Good. Very, very, very good. So type me a little note in the chat, letting me know that you're back and how you're doing. Yeah. Space. Something that came up for me was just seeing so clearly the understanding that what we do when we go into these places of color, into these places of sound, into these places of energy, what we do if we allow, and hence the notice on the spa analogy, but what we do when we allow is we're actually stretching out the space within. Because there is space everywhere. I mean, I forget the numbers, but we think this is solid, but it's really not. There is so much more space in this than there are particles, or particles, atoms, subatomic particles. There is so much space. And what we do when we go here is we stretch out that space. We allow this reconnection to happen. Oh, so I'm just reading out some of the comments here. I think any other comments? Learning to breathe. Welcome on everyone who came. So good to have you. So Claudia says, beautiful color and sound bath, a space of grace. Thank you. Love and light. eyewitness. Eyewitness. It's cool, the word eyewitness, and like the idea of eyewitness. What is it that is seen? Thank you, Claudia. Tom, the multidimensional, says, that was deep and beautiful. Big smiley face. Debbie says, vibrant, life-giving, peaceful, calm, beauty, amazing. Yeah, amazement. The sense of being in grace. The sense of, sense of just seeing, appreciating the awe, the divinity, this real vibrancy. I'm glad, Debbie. And Adair says, more feelings, felt irritation, had a couple of issues come up that I've been unconscious about. Noticed my resistance to look at these things. Good. Good, thank you for sharing, Adair. It's really important to be present with what does come up, and just for everyone who is here, just notice that two people can really have very different experiences in the same thing. So what it is that comes up for you is really important. And yeah, Adair, feel free to reach out by message or email if you want any guidance or assistance with that. And as, I don't know, I think you were there yesterday, but as I said yesterday, you know, titrate. Like, often when we go into these practices, gorgeous things might come up. Experiences of bliss and multidimensionality and consciousness might come up. And then also, when when we are, give me a second. If you have water near you, I suggest you drink some too, sip some. When we go into places of high vibration, even if we don't feel like we are, when we are in a space where it's there around us, it can shake things up. Like the analogy I gave the other day of glasses being being cleansed by sound. And so when you put yourself, this crystal clear, shiny glass that might have some things and smudge marks on it, when you put that in a place of just such powerful light, it can shake things up. And so these little pieces are maybe ready. They're shaken up most often, in my experience, 100% of the time. But most often, they're shaken up because they're ready for us to acknowledge, so that they can go be free, so that they can go back, to the light, so that they can recognize the light that they are underneath it, so that transmutation can happen. So yeah, stay with it. Please reach out if you want assistance or support in moving through. Barbara says, back from a trip in color vibration. And sorry, one thing, Adair, I hope that helps, and I hope that you feel heard. Yeah, because that's important in a practice. Barbara says, back from a trip. I'm glad you could get on, Barbara. Back from a trip in color, vibration, emotion, and movement, stretching into time and space. Feel so blessed. Real on it. Thanks for joining me on that trip. Yes, I said we'll do one more giveaway, didn't I? And if you have any questions, ask. I'm here for another couple minutes. So I said we'd do one more giveaway. Let's pick colors this time. So I do feel heard and seen. Thank you, glad Adair. So let's pick thanks for sharing that. Let's pick colors this time. Because we did a color meditation, and that's more fun than numbers now. And please give me a primary or secondary color, because what I'll do is I'll look at the rainbow running from red to violet, and I'll average the colors that you give me so that they fall somewhere in that spectrum, and then I'll correspond that to people on my list, and then I'll do another giveaway. while you think of a color and type it in the box, I'll tell you what this giveaway is. So if you've been meditating with me for the last few days, you might have noticed that I don't really know what's going to come up in a meditation until we start. And the way that, thanks Debbie, cool, keep the colors coming in. This might be challenging for me to average, but keep them coming in. What comes up for me in a meditation is tuning in. It's sort of like actually doing energy work on someone or some kind of healing practice. It's tuning into the energy of that moment and then just staying open to what one's coming, what one's saying. And often it's paying attention to things that are surfacing for me because they tend to be information of what likely someone else needs to hear. And in the beginning when I do things this way, I'd kind of be like, wow, what's going on? But as I've done this more and more, I've realized that it's, really, as I've heard feedback from people over the years, I've realized it's really, really, really helpful to do it that way. So, on that note, this giveaway gift is going to be a personalized meditation for you. We're probably going to jump on the phone for 20 minutes, and we don't have to, but if you want, you can. And we'll go through a meditation together for whatever it is that you need in that moment, and then you get that recording. And if you, it also doesn't need to require jumping on the phone or a call. It can just be me tuning in and creating a little recording just for you that you can practice. So that's what this last gift is. Let me pull up my list and see the colors. Do I have a list? A list. I've got a list. Alright. What are the colors? Orange and green. Oig, Biv. Oig. So that would be like a yellow. And a yellow and an orange would give us like a gold. And a gold and a yellow would put us back in yellow. And a yellow and a violet. Roy, that moves us all the way down. Roy, G, Biv, G, B, I. That brings us to like a blue indigo. Cool. I know that's not properly averaged, but in the order, a blue indigo is what we're going to go with. So I'm going to look at my list of people and start it off with a Roy, G, Biv and go down to a blue indigo. A blue indigo looks like it is Lily. Thank you. A blue indigo looks like it is Lily, so congratulations Lily, who's not here with us today, but who was here with us following along on YouTube the last several days. So I will let Lily know. Thank you for the votes of the colors. I'm excited. And tomorrow will be our last live free class as part of this bonus 3 classes, and we'll do one more giveaway tomorrow because I think this is fun and the most fun part. And again, if you feel called to journeying further, these videos will be up until Tuesday night, so watch them before then, listen to any replays before then. And on Tuesday, until Tuesday, I'm taking early bird registrations for the Explore Meditation 8-week class. What that includes is a weekly live Zoom class. If you register before Tuesday, I will make sure I can do everything I can to make the time work for everyone who registers. In addition to that weekly class, there's also going to be bonus live Q&A office hours, so that if we have people from like 10 different time zones, then we make sure that everyone has time to just jump on, ask any questions, check in on how their practice is going through the week. So that's a decent amount of contact. It's more than just going to a class once a week. You don't have to come to the office hours if you just don't want to, but that's what's included in it. There's also going to be recorded, downloadable recorded guided meditations that you can practice and keep forever. And then I'm going to set up a community space, most likely on Facebook with a Facebook group, but if you join and a lot of people are not on Facebook, I'll consider doing it elsewhere. So it's going to be a community space, place to interact between classes, to get to know each other, and to experience that choral, to experience that that like-minded community, that meshwork, that interdependence. There's going to be guided meditation recordings, yours to keep for life. There's going to be bonus Q&A hours, and thank you, Claudia, for joining us. There's going to be bonus Q&A hours, and then there's going to be the live class, and all of that. Register by Tuesday for the current price, and to make sure that I can set up the hours so that the times work for you. We'll start the week after next. So register by Tuesday. Wednesday to Friday, I check in with you with a poll to see what your time zone is and stuff, and availability, and then I'll set up the class time. We'll start the following week. Other people can sign up after Tuesday, but I'm not going to guarantee that the times will match them and all of that. So I hope to see you there, and have a beautiful rest of the Sunday, and see you tomorrow here if you're available, and we'll play a little bit more. So thank you again, all of you. Lots and lots of love. And if you have any questions or need support for anything that's happened in this journey, in this container of these 7 days together and 8 days, 9 days really, 5 days, 9 days, in this container of what we've done together in this 5-day class, if anything's come up, please reach out by email, message. I'm happy to help you with anything in this container. All right. Bye-bye. You're very, very, very welcome. Namaste.